I spent about a third of my childhood seeking. It wasn't that I was seeking the truth or higher consciousness. I was seeking things I misplaced. One winter I lost a check for lunch money within 5 minutes of my mom handing it to me. In the spring my dad found it in the ditch next to where I waited for the bus. Even now I'm prone to misplacing things, especially if I'm in a hurry or under some other kind of stress. The topic for this week is a different kind of seeking, but it's a similar idea. When I lose something, I don't feel whole. The more important the thing is to me, the less whole I feel when I can't find it. If I can't find my headphones, I usually just shrug it off. If I can't find my car keys, I feel less whole. If I can't find my phone, everything stops until I find it again. When my kids were small, if I couldn't find one of them in a store, I would panic so hard I couldn't even think. Unfortunately for me, sometimes I just don't feel whole because, well, I'm not whole. I have regrets from the past and sometimes plans for the future that I'll know I'll regret later. I have pain from the past and in the present, and I'm trying to manage that. I think it's pretty natural to try to fill up the areas of life that aren't whole. When you seek, what you seek, though, determines your spiritual health. When I'm bored, meaning my thoughts or my calendar are not full enough, I find myself eating to fill what isn't whole. When I wonder if I am up to the challenges of my work, I start thinking of something to want that I can shop for online so I can postpone dealing with the challenge. When I was younger, I'd swing past a car lot or the motorcycle dealer on my way home if I'd had a day that drained me and left me feeling empty. Pretty soon, my desire would grow, and I would think I need a different car or a motorcycle. Wherever my eye went, whatever I sought, I started to want in the worst way. I think this is why the 10th commandment is not to envy. Once you envy someone else's spouse, you're vulnerable to an affair. When I seek something that cannot satisfy, it's like drinking salt water to quench thirst. It just makes the desire worse. In Isaiah 55, God invites us to come to him. Of course you're thirsty. Everybody is thirsty. There's no shame in not being whole. That's the human condition. Why spend your money on things that don't satisfy, especially when that which does satisfy is free? That hunger, that realization that I'm not whole can be a good thing. It can draw me near to God if I let it. Seeking something can be great news. Whether it's great news or not depends on what I seek. When I seek the easy way to fill up, I won't stay full very long. Just like I'm never satisfied when I eat because I'm bored. When I allow that hunger to pull me toward God, I start seeking that which really satisfies. In your discussion time, you'll talk about why it's easier to choose something other than God. Then look a little deeper at the one who makes your soul live. I often give up something for Lent, and most of the time it misses the whole point of giving something up for Lent. Usually when I give something up, it's been about seeing whether or not I could do it. I gave up all beverages except water and orange juice one year, just to see. By the third week of no caffeine, I was worn out from the headaches, and every person in my life was worn out from my attitude. I looked myself right in the eye and said, "This isn't spiritually valuable. Quit trying to be a hero and give everyone else a break." I made myself a cup of coffee and restored my own sanity. I'm not proud of that story, but it does illustrate that Lent isn't about proving something to God or yourself or anyone else. Before you give up on whatever you gave up for Lent, let's take a look at its purpose. It really is about what you seek. The practice of giving something up for Lent has existed as long as Lent has existed. In order to add some form of obedience to life, you have to create room by giving something up. I can't just add Bible study without stopping something else to create space. Giving something up for Lent has a deeper meaning that's connected to desire, to seeking. When I feel less than whole, I try to fill up on something, like I said earlier. If I fill up on something other than God, it doesn't really satisfy, but it does distract me from my real need. When I give something up, the distraction is gone, and it is uncomfortable. When I'm hovering over the Amazon shortcut on my browser, I have to turn and face what I'm actually seeking. I want to feel new, but I actually feel old, so I seek to buy something new. When I give up recreational shopping, I actually feel the thing I use shopping to avoid, my feeling of emptiness. I then have the opportunity to seek God. By taking away the painkiller, I feel the kind of pain that motivates me to change. It sounds masochistic when I say it like that. Remember that you don't give something up to seek pain. Pain is already there. By not seeking the substitute, you'll feel the pain, but it won't be the last thing you feel. When you understand your real need, you can turn to God to seek Him. It is the desire we were created to have and that God is uniquely qualified to fill. In this final discussion section, you'll talk about how giving things up for Lent has gone for you in the past. You'll talk about how giving something up and taking something else up can make a long-term difference in your relationship with God. Whatever you give up or take up this Lent, may it increase your desire for God.